Bitcoin started to rebound due to some of the hype of that B-word conference. If BTC has found its bottom from those good old Elon words at B-word, which I predicted, altcoins are going to find themselves too. While everyone is still talking about BTC, we stay ahead of the game, like way ahead. We spot the projects that will surge into the top 100 before anyone else. So are you ready for alternative content? You don't have a choice, because it's time for Chico Crypto. Before we get into those altcoins, there was some big news for BTC and the number one altcoin Ethereum, and not at B-word. The elite of the elite, some say the Illuminati, one of the 13 families that control this world, are finally looking at Bitcoin. So which family was it? Rockefellers, DuPonts, the Astors? Yeah, maybe, but not the one we are going to talk about first. One of the most recognizable, the Rothschilds. Yesterday, in the mainstream crypto news, it was announced the Rothschild Investment Corp had increased its Bitcoin exposure by 300% since April. Oh yeah, baby, and from the CoinDesk article it says, the Chicago-based institutional investment manager increased its holding of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares to over 141,000 from 38,346 in the prior quarter, according to the SEC documents filed Monday. So let's just dig into that filing with the SEC and see what we come up with. And I gotta thank my thumbnail creator Luis for finding this. In the filing, we want to click inftable.html, an information table, which will be readable to us online. Clicking into that and searching by what they bought, Grayscale, we get not one, but two results. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and the Grayscale Ethereum Trust. Yeah, the Rothschilds are going deep into Ether too. And as we can see, more shares. The over 141,000 shares for Bitcoin GBTC, but over 279,000 shares of Ethereum ETH. Elitist families are getting exposure to Bitcoin and the number one altcoin Ethereum. It's happening. And it's not only those Rothschilds. Remember, earlier this month, billionaire George Soros, it was announced he had begun trading BTC through his Soros Fund Management. Although Soros isn't one of the 13 families, he is a rung below in the pyramid of control. He is a part of the richest sub-families. So what about the other families in the 13? Are they getting involved with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency? Well, actually, yeah. So have you ever heard of Venrock? Well, Venrock is a venture capital firm whose name is a compound of venture and Rockefeller. Yes, this is the Rockefellers Investment Fund, which for nearly half a century has been focusing on investments in science and technology. Well, Venrock has made an agreement, shaking hands with a crypto entity, CoinFund, who is a crypto investment group. This was announced to the world all the way back in April, hitting mainstream crypto media sites, and they were looking for long-term cooperation. And what's so sus suspicious to me is both the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds started making their moves around the same time, hitting the media at the same time. Going back to the Cointelegraph Rothschilds Bitcoin article, Rothschilds Investment Corp has increased its Bitcoin exposure by 300% since April. Since April is the key, as we look back at the date of the partnership with the Venrock and CoinFund, April 8th. And we get a clearer date of the Rothschilds through their initial Ethereum buy. From this Yahoo article, a $4.75 million initial buy, April 15th. Within a week of each other? Is that just a quinky dinky, or do these families actually coordinate together? Well, I'm leaning with the latter. Well, regarding the Rockefellers Venrock, yesterday some big news was announced. Business Wire dropped the article. CoinFund debuts new $83 million fund to back cutting-edge entrants across the blockchain industry. And from the article it says, the raise was backed by Venrock partners, as well as a number of forward-thinking institutional allocators and leading crypto founders who support CoinFund's technical approach and commercial vision. Venrock is behind this new fund, which is going deep into the crypto industry. And having this type of money is not a bad thing for the crypto projects that get it, even though these families are considered evil by many. Money is money to a lot of projects. So let's just dive in and find out what projects could be getting a slice of that pie. Well, back in April, when they announced their strategic partnership with CoinFund, Venrock put out their own blog titled The Crypto Mission. And actually, it's not a bad post. Venrock understands crypto better than I thought, and I think they see the power of decentralization, even quoting Vitalik Buterin. But at the bottom, they end with this. At Venrock, we are enlivened by the possibilities here. We are proud investors in the Props project, decentralized network of video applications, and have formed a strategic relationship with CoinFund, an advisory-focused crypto fund. We remain focused on decentralized protocols, services, and apps, and foresee a future internet with fewer gatekeepers, where users have more control, and where users participate more fairly in both the governance of these networks and the economic value creation that ensues. Well, there we go, one of Venrock's altcoins, Props, which is sitting way back on CoinGecko, ranked number 848 and an under $10 million market cap. And going to the Props website, it is being integrated with top consumer apps, running many transactions and having many users. It's a crypto that is being used. But let's just go back to Venrock's blog. It says at the very bottom, the crypto mission was originally published in pacman.com on Medium, where people are continuing the conversation by highlighting and responding to this story. Well, let's just click into that hyperlink, pacman.com. As we can see, this website is just a Medium website and posts from David Pacman, tech venture investor at Venrock. He is one of their big dog lead investors. And his pinned post? Investing in Rarible, which was also posted on the Venrock website. And as we can see, it was only posted last month. Under the radar, this news went. Within the post too, these guys are no jokers. David understands crypto better than I even thought. He said, back in 2018, we speculated that NFTs would be the product category to take crypto mainstream. So far, we aren't right, but are likely on our way to being correct. And then he shows a crypto waves flowchart. First it was crypto tokens, then DeFi tokens, then NFTs, where we kind of are right now. But the next wave is NFTs combined with DeFi. And if you've been watching my channel for any lick of time, I've been saying projects who are working on this next wave are going to be the next big ones, including Rari, as it's a marketplace that can not only hold crypto art NFTs, but these DeFi'd NFTs too. So Rarible, even with its surge yesterday, is undervalued compared with some of the other crap ranked higher than it. Ranked number 440 and just a $40 million market cap. So I don't know, I've been super bullish on Rari for some time, and I've been saying DeFi'd NFTs are the next crypto wave. So do me and Venrock just think alike, like really similar? Or David, do you watch my content? So if he does, let's just finish this episode off with those DeFi'd altcoins I'm looking at, the next crypto wave. I talked about this one yesterday. I focused on MEV, but DeFi'd NFTs is what the crucible within this is all about. And that coin is Alchemist Coin. And the update to their Crucible NFT, Universal Vault, is now pushed to production with Ampleforth. It's live as of yesterday, and this is exactly what David was talking about as the next wave. David and Venrock may be there in the wave chart, but Alchemist is already ahead in the wave to NFT DeFi. So I'm not going to go much deeper into Alchemist. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but bring up another project, unreleased. No token just yet. That is Revest Finance, and I'm super pumped about this one. Their website says it's not about the art, and they are a trustless way of transferring locked value. And within their one-pager it says, Revest Finance proposes the Revest protocol and its core instrument, the Financial Non-Fungible Token, FNFT. Yeah, the financial NFT, the FNFT. And in the abstract, they explained what these do. Revest Finance proposes a new protocol for packaging, transfer, and storage of fungible ERC20 tokens as non-fungible tokenized financial instruments, leveraging the ERC 1155 non-fungible token standard for ease of access and universability of commerce. Using this product, ownership of underlying assets may be traded in ways that do not affect the value of the underlying assets, leading to a new meta layer of commerce. And then back to their website, check out who is a part of the team. Fubar, NFT master, who is connected to the GameStop NFT team. He's a contributor. Although Mr. Fu has said GameStop is not associated with Revest. But having these two projects in each of Fu's hands doesn't mean they won't be associated soon. Cheers, I'll see you next time.